Hey guys, past perfect continues. Let's continue. The affirmative form. It's similar to the previous video. The present perfect continues, but here we use the past of have, which is had. That's my auxiliary. It's had plus been, the past participle of be plus the present ing form. For example, I had been working, you had been sleeping, we had been singing, and so on. Why? Because in the third person we don't change it. It's the same. Now the positive short form, it's with this abbreviation. I want to say I. No. That is only for the first person. For example, I'd been working, you'd been sleeping, we'd been singing, they'd been cooking, and so on. Okay, let's continue with the negative form. How I said, it's only adding the word not. I had not been working, you had not been sleeping, she had not been running. And the abbreviation is this. Hadn't. I hadn't been working, he hadn't been waiting, we hadn't been singing, it hadn't been raining. Now, what about the interrogative form, the yes no questions? It's the same. Well, the same structure as in all previous we learned. Had plus the subject plus been plus the verb ing form and the complement. For example, had I been working? Had you been sleeping? Had we been singing? Had she been waiting? Had she be sorry, I typed twice the same. Had it been cooking? I don't know, whatever you wanna ask, but using this way. Had, subject, been. It's essential to use been. The short answers: yes, comma, subject plus had, no, comma, subject plus had not. For example, has she been waiting for you when you arrived to the airport? Yes, she had. She had been there for hours. Well, yes, she had. This is my short answer. This is a complement of my answer. Well, to my answer. But if I want to say only yes, I can say yes, she had, and that's enough. Had you been sleeping before 10 p.m. last night? No, I hadn't. But I didn't listen to your calls anyway. No, I hadn't. That's enough. You want to say no. Of course, if you want to be formal and clear. When should I use the past perfect continuous? We use it for something that started in the past and continue up to another action or time in the past. Something that finished just before another event in the past. Sorry, right here is evento like in Spanish, but it's a mistake only. For example, something that started in the past and continue up to another action or time in the past. The past perfect continuous tell us how long, just like the present perfect continuous, but this time the action continues up to a point in the past rather than the present. Usually we use for plus time. How? Like this. She had been jogging at the park for an hour when it started to rain. I'd been writing a poetry book for hours when I realized I committed some mistakes. We'd been traveling in South America for 6 days, but we had to get back due to the pandemic. Something that finished just before another event in the past. This is usually used to show a result at a time in the past. It's very similar to the present perfect continuous, but the action finished before another time in the past rather than finishing before the present. For example, the baby was hungry. He had been crying before I fed him. The baby had finished crying before the time I'm describing in the past. We could see the result of the action. You see? That's why. We're describing an action that happened before another action happened. The bricklayers had been working and so the room was a mess. I'd been smoking a cigarette before I saw you dancing. W questions. Why W question? Well, the same. Well, in the past perfect continuous, most of the times we can find questions with WH words, and these are the most common. Where, how long? Sorry, where, how long, what, why. For example, where had she been studying? How long had you been playing outside? Because in most of the cases we want to know the duration of something, the period of time. What had we been drinking? Why had they been paying your bills? Well, thanks for watching. Question you have, type in the comments and stay home.